Well, this is what I call how not to hire a contractor. This is a couple minutes about this, or what I call the it looks good syndrome. This is a mailbox that I built for a customer of mine, and this was the second time she had to pay for the exact same mailbox. Now, unfortunately, she didn't call me when she wanted to build a mailbox for herself because she saw her neighbor's mailbox right next door and the thing looked good. So she hired Mr. So-and-so contractor to come and build a mailbox for her. When he got finished, her mailbox looked awful. I don't know if you can tell from this picture, but the mailbox is crooked, the brick lines are crooked, and she was sick about the whole thing. Called me up and said, Scott, I want you to build another mailbox for me. It's just a shame. When I took her mailbox apart, there was absolutely no foundation under this thing. It was literally set on a couple inches of mortar in the dirt. Now, what would have happened to this thing in a short period of time? I mean, it should look like this. It should have a deep foundation, a concrete foundation. The foundation should be wider than the column all the way around. It should have steel reinforcing. That's what those black lines are, but there was none of that. So her neighbor's mailbox, you know, the one that looked good, has no foundation under it either. What's going to happen in a short period of time? Well, pretty soon, it's going to look like this. I mean, you can tell that would have been a nice piece of brickwork when it started out, but what's the sense if it's going to be falling over? Or pretty soon, it's going to look like this. I mean, why? Or it's going to look like this. You can see here that this is a pet peeve of mine. I mean, this is epidemic. People buying what looks good and not really understanding what's inside of the work. So how are we going to hire the right contractor? How are we going to know? Well, we should get some kind of a list of all the materials that are going into this thing. We need to know exactly what we're buying. Doesn't that make sense? We should have a little sketch. It doesn't take much to explain exactly how it's going to be done. And then you or somebody needs to be watching these people to make sure that it gets installed properly. I can't tell you how many people I've been to their house fixing their stuff and they said, well, you know, I went off to work and I came home and this is what I found. Well, I'm sorry, that's just totally unacceptable. So you best know exactly what you're buying. You best learn about the trade, learn about all the parts and pieces that are going into that, and then inspect to be sure you get what you expect. And the only other thing I can think of, advice to you as to how to hire the right contractor, is you best get a referral from somebody who actually knows what they're doing to get it right, or find somebody you can count on that's got a lot of references, that sort of thing. If you ever need my help, give me a call. I'll be happy to help. Thanks.